All right, kids, get out of the yard. It's like my parents would never do that. It was like, you guys work it out. She was like, no, get out. And I'm like, jerk. We have peace with God not because he is doing what we want him to do. It's because we relinquish that sense of control that we have in our lives, and we submit to him, and we say, okay, God, what is it do you want in my life? Now that I'm in this relationship with you, I want your will, not my will. I want peace, because when I keep doing things my way, it is chaos. When I keep doing things my way, it runs into a brick wall. I had someone kind of drunk text me recently and said some things, and I just, man, I was so upset with myself because I engaged. I was like, what, are you kidding me? And it's like, don't, Mike. And then I'm like, and then I just kind of stop. And and then it's going to be, I love you. That's my response. That's what I wanted it to be once I realized what was happening. And I was like, oh man, I got sucked in. I'm arguing with someone who cannot be argued with right now because they are inebriated. And when they're inebriated, they're angry. You know people who are like that. And it's like it's futile to engage in that. It's like, God, I want to do things your way. I don't want to run to booze. I don't want to run to drugs. I don't want to run to sex. I don't want to run to porn. I don't want to run to anything that makes me feel good for a few minutes and miss out on the peace and the joy that can be mine if I turn to you. And so I run to you. And he picks us up and he's like, I've got you. Now, I know it's scary and I know it's tough, but I am your God. And I will be with you and I will protect you. Now go out there and love people, right? That's what he's saying. This peace comes for this anticipation of seeing that these people who were in our lives that we're praying for and that we're trying to love and we're trying to be anticipating God doing something great for them and in them and through them. Anticipate it. Say, God, I trust you. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I'm believing. I'm believing because I know that you love them more than I do. And we rejoice in this hope. That hope is not the hope. No, it's like, no, man, I have a hope. My hope is in God, right? And sharing the glory of God, the reputation of God. God is like amazing, like more than amazing. We truly can't really give him. Our language cannot express how amazing God is, as hard as we try. And some of us, we just have allowed all the burden, all the shame, all the guilt, all the resentment, all the anger, all that stuff to start building up on top of us. And God's like, dude, Missy, whomever, I want you to put all of that on me. I want you to put your burdens on me. I want you to take your resentment and anger and fear and anxiety and all those things, and I say, here, just give them to me because I will get rid of it. You hold on to it, guess what? It's just going to grow. It's called rumination. You know what cows do when they eat stuff? They throw it up. And they keep chewing. It's disgusting. But that's what we do in our minds. There's some information, there's a situation, there's been something that's happened to us, and it goes into our head. And we're trying to we're trying to deal with it. And then it sits back there sometimes, and then in the weirdest times, all of a sudden, bloop, we regurgitate it, and we start chewing on it all over again. And then we take a swallow, it's like, okay, I'm going to, and then a little while later, pops back up, and we start chewing on it again. And all the anger and all the fear and all that, it's on repeat, man. It's on repeat, and God's like, Just give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. And we're like, okay. No. Oh, here, take it. No, I like it. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing how somebody can enjoy being angry. But people do that. It's like they think about that, oh, you know that girl. You know, she'd make it, you know what I'm saying? I remember. And then in time, and in our mind and our emotion, we're just like ready to fight. Sorry, I totally demolished my coat here. I'll put it up right here. All right. And in our heart, as we're ruminating all that stuff, and then we have this thing called the evil one who's whispering, oh yeah. Oh, sorry. Gee whiz, I really did a number on this, didn't I? Sorry. That person deserves a real tongue lashing. I think you should say some really horrible things. It's going to make you feel really good. It's going to make you feel so good if you just say a few horrible things. Just a few. I mean, Jesus loves you, but I can't stand you right now. You know, just a few things that will make you feel better because you deserve that. And that little thing on your shoulder will tell you that stuff. And it'll feel good for a few seconds, and then the shame comes up. It's like, I should be bigger than that. I should be more mature than that. I should be closer to God than that. Because our hope isn't in that we win an argument. Our hope is in God and his love. That passage continues on. I think it's like in verse 3. And not only that, but we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering, listen to this one. Listen to this one. Suffering produces endurance. I hate working out, people. I hate going up Devil's Perch in Paradise Park. But you know, because you get to the top, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm breathing so heavy, and it hurts. My bum even hurts because it's using your glutes, you know what I mean? Climb up that hill. And the first time you do it, it's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do that again. But you got to do it again. You know why? Because you got to build your stamina. You got to build your endurance. Pretty soon, man, well, not pretty soon, a couple months later, you're running up that sucker. Yeah, you're running, and it's like, oh my gosh, you get up to the top, and your face is beat red, and you're trying to breathe heavy, and it's like, but I couldn't have done that just a month ago. And it's exciting. It's exciting that you put your body through that mess. Are you nuts? You're actually telling me that you enjoyed your heart racing, your face turning bright red, you're breathing heavy for the next 30 minutes. Not quite. Yeah, because you keep seeing a change, and you keep seeing the difference in the way it works, and then the holidays come. It's time to relax. It's time to eat a lot. You see, because something comes up that you've been doing so well. And now it's like something happens in your life that sparks it, and then what happens? You take it back from God. And you take it back, he has it, and he's like, what are you doing? I was like, hold on just a second. We kind of need this just a little bit. And we start thinking about that person, or that situation, how embarrassed we were, how humiliated we were, how angry we were, and how that person said that to me, and I can't believe that they said that. And so then we go back to the substance or the whatever it is and then we take more of it, and then we ruminate more, and then we're like, And God's like, oh my gosh, you are a mess. Come on, give it back to me. Give it back. Give it back. Because suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character. It changes who we are for the better. And character produces hope. All of the mess produces the hope. And it's not the, oh, geez, I hope. No. It's the hope that says, I've gone through this with God, and he continues to prove himself over and over and over again. He has gotten me out of so many situations. He has protected me, he has saved me, he has helped me. He's done this, and he's changed my life, and all of these things. And how often? Because in verse 5 it says, hope does not disappoint us. So if something's disappointing us, it's not God, and it's not hope. Because God's love has been poured into our hearts through the Holy Spirit that has been given to us. Whew. Who's ready to go for a walk? Come on. Let's do this, man. Let's build our endurance. I'm not running. No, maybe up a one hill. That's it. So, Tom, you run. I'm staying. Walk. I'll walk up and down hills. Those are yummy. But we need to be anticipating that this hope is built, as we're going to sing here in a second, on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. Remember, when we hear the word blood, it's not the literal blood. It represents his death, burial, and resurrection. So when you see an old hymn that's saying something weird about blood, it's not weird. It's just representing his death. Because every song that has to say death, burial, and resurrection, it's a really long song. So that's what he means when we sing that, which we're going to sing in a second. Solid rock. I'm going to do it now. I'm not going to sing it now. I'm going to explain it now. You see, because it says, my hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. My hope, this solid rock hope that I have is built upon the fact that Jesus Christ died, was buried, and he rose again, and he lives and reigns currently, and he's going to come back, right? This Advent season, we're anticipating that. And in the meantime, we're anticipating with great joy and excitement the things in our lives that terrify us, that hurt us, that bother us, that God is going to reconcile those things if we submit to him. But we have to submit to him. And I know we don't like that. It says, it goes on to say, I dare not trust the sweetest frame. That frame is not referring to a picture frame. It's referring to a frame that's foundational, like a home, like a house, framing of a house. My hope isn't built on a frame that I've created or something that looks so sweet or so good that someone presents to me. It's completely built, wholly built on Jesus. That's what our foundation has to be built on for us to have true hope. It says, on Christ the solid rock I stand, all other ground is sinking sand. It says, my anchor holds within the veil. The veil is a reference to the temple in the Old Testament that had a veil between the Holy of Holies, the most holy place, and then just the outer holy place. And they would do the sacrifice once a year to God, right? When Jesus died on the cross, it says that the veil was torn in two to give everybody direct access to God with no more filter. In the last verse it says, and when he shall come with trumpet sound, oh, may I then in him be found. And that's referring to his second advent, his second coming. No one knows when that's going to happen. Most of us will probably go through that process called death, which is not something that any of us usually like to think about. But the thing is, we don't have to live in fear, because the trust that we have, the hope that we have, isn't built on something that's shaky. If it's shaky, it's not because God, it's because of us. God will continue to prove himself to us if we just turn to him, continue to move toward him. All right, let's pray.